Firefighters have the insane job of running into burning buildings when everyone else is running out. It always sounded ridiculously dangerous to me, which would explain why firefighter is not on my resume. So we are going to find out a little firefighter weird on today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel. For a very short period of time in my 20s, I wanted to be a firefighter. And then I found out I was not up for the risk involved. Is there anybody else listening that thinks that firefighting is a safe job? Let me know down in the comments. All right, let's get into it. First, the things we should all know. Firefighters are the ultimate everyday heroes, rushing in to save the day when life, property, or the environment are in peril. Whether it's taming a blazing inferno with a hose or showing a stubborn kitchen fire who's the boss with a fire extinguisher, these pros have got it covered. When people find themselves in sticky situations like being stuck in a burning building or trapped in a cat's worst nightmare, firefighters swoop in to save the day, cape or no cape. Firefighters are not just flame tamers, they are also first aid aficionados, ready to patch up boo-boos, mend broken bones, and generally keep things from getting worse. Now, from rescuing cats in trees, because why not, to handling all the bizarre and unpredictable scenarios life throws at them, firefighters are the Swiss Army knife of help. They're always up for that challenge. Weird thing number 5, types of firefighters. Structural firefighters. These are your classic firefighters. They're the ones that show up when your toast catches fire or when someone decides to light candles next to the drapes. They're pros at everything from saving people in skyscrapers to playing hide and seek in smoke-filled houses. Wildland firefighters. These brave souls take on Mother Nature's fiery tantrums, battling blazes that can spread faster than gossip in a small town. Armed with tools like fire breaks and controlled burns, they're out there wrestling wildfires that are bigger than your average backyard barbecue. Hazmat firefighters. When the job gets extra messy, like dealing with chemicals that sound more like sci-fi villains than actual substances, hazmat firefighters suit up and step in. They're the experts in cleaning up hazardous spills, leaks, and any other situations where you definitely don't want to touch anything. Volunteer firefighters. These are the unsung heroes of firefighting, showing up in their free time to battle blazes just because. They get the same training as pros and are crucial in places where full-time fire departments are as rare as unicorns. Weird thing number 4, weird firefighter traditions. Firehouse pole rituals. The firehouse pole isn't just a quick way to descend from the dormitory, it's also a bit of a rite of passage. New recruits might have to slide down the pole as part of their initiation or as a celebratory act when they pull off something spectacular. Think of it as a firefighter's version of a victory lap, minus the confetti. The firefighter's house mouse. The firefighter that is responsible for keeping things tidy and organized. This role usually falls to the rookie or the least experienced member, who gets to enjoy the honor of doing all the cleaning while the veterans sit back and enjoy the show. It's a time-honored tradition, complete with plenty of playful ribbing. The bucket brigade. Before fire trucks were a thing, firefighters used bucket brigades to douse flames, passing buckets of water like an Olympic relay race. While bucket brigades are mostly a historical footnote, some firehouses still stage water-passing marathons for local events or charity, just for the fun of reliving the good old days when firefighting was a real team sport. Firehouse meals and feasts. Firehouse meals are practically legendary. Firefighters cook together, with each member contributing their best dish. Some firehouses even hold annual cook-offs or a themed dinner night, turning the kitchen into a culinary battleground where creativity meets competition. It's all part of the fun and camaraderie that makes firehouse dining a seriously big deal. Weird thing number 3, Firefighter Combat Challenge. The Firefighter Combat Challenge is basically the firefighter equivalent of an extreme obstacle course. Imagine trying to scale a 5-story building wearing enough gear to make you look like a walking furnace, then hoist a bundle of hoses, and finally drag a dummy that feels heavier than your last Thanksgiving turkey. It's like real-life superhero training minus the cape. Competitors are up against the clock in a high-stakes race where every second counts. They're climbing towers, they're hauling hoses, they're dragging dummies faster than you can say, "I hope my coffee isn't cold." It's a sprint through a series of firefighter tasks with the clock ticking and everyone gunning for the title of fastest firefighter. Now, the challenge offers both solo and team events. It's like a relay race, but with more heavy lifting and less baton passing. Teams work together to tackle the course, while individual competitors go all out to claim the fastest time, proving that sometimes solo heroics are just as impressive as team efforts. Now, what began as a local shindig in the US has exploded into a worldwide showdown. Firefighters from around the globe now compete, making it an international festival of firefighting prowess. It's like the Olympics of firefighting, but with fewer sports bras and more hoses. Beyond showcasing their physical might, the challenge is a major boost for fitness and wellness in the firefighting world. Firehouses use it as a fitness motivator, pushing their teams to train harder and get in better shape. Think of it as a giant adrenaline-fueled pep rally for staying fit and fabulous while battling blazes. Weird thing number 2. Firefighter tools. The K-Tool. This contraption looks like a sci-fi prop that might be used to extract alien artifacts, but it's actually a super handy tool for yanking locks out of doors. It's basically a high-tech crowbar that makes getting through locked doors a breeze. No alien invasion required. The Halligan bar. Picture a medieval jousting lance crossed with a crowbar, and you've got the Halligan bar. It's the ultimate prying, splitting, piercing tool that firefighters wield to break through barriers like a modern-day knight in shining armor, minus the horse in the armor. A thermal imaging camera. This gizmo looks like it belongs in a spy thriller, but it's actually a game changer for firefighters. It lets them see through smoke and darkness as if they had X-ray vision. It's like having superhero powers, but with more fire, less cape. The pike pole. This tool looks like it's straight out of a Viking saga, but it's really a firefighter's go-to for reaching and moving things that are just out of arm's reach. It's perfect for pulling down ceilings or fishing out debris, making the ultimate long-reach tool for when you just can't get close enough. And finally, weird thing number 1, firefighter training. Firefighter training includes live fire drills where recruits get to play with real flames, safely of course. These drills take place in specially designed training towers and burning buildings, letting firefighters practice putting out fires without actually setting the neighborhood on fire. Firefighters don't just train to put out fires, they train to be in tip-top shape for the job. Their workout routine includes climbing stairs, wearing equipment that makes them look like deep sea divers, carrying incredibly heavy equipment, and dragging weighted dummies. It's like a CrossFit class but with more hoses and less whining. Training often involves scenario-based exercises that are basically what-if games taken to the extreme. Firefighters never know what they're going to run into out there, so they train for everything. Recruits deal with everything from simulated house fires to hazardous material spills, testing their ability to think on their feet and make split-second decisions in chaos. It's like living in a high-pressure action movie minus the stunt doubles. Now, firefighters get to play with an impressive array of gadgets, from high-tech thermal imaging cameras to hydraulic rescue tools that sound like they're straight out of a sci-fi flick. They master the art of operating everything from high-pressure hoses to the jaws of life, making them part mechanic, part tech wizard. And because firefighters often respond to medical emergencies, they also get a crash course in first aid and emergency medical care. From CPR to advanced trauma care, they're basically part-time med students who moonlight as firefighting superheroes, ready to handle any health crisis that comes their way, be it a fire or a really bad case of the flu. Well, that's it for today's episode. Hope it lit your fire. Please like, subscribe, and share. Click on more of my videos to keep up to date on your weird. For those still watching, today's code word is hook and ladder. Put that in the comments to tip your cap to those that save the rest of us for a living. Take care. Have a great day.